Katrina, being the catastrophic level event that it was, forced us to start planning for very large-scale and catastrophic events. It changed the way not only FEMA, but the way the nation prepares for and responds to large-scale events.
We learned some very valuable lessons during Hurricane Katrina. The need for developing teams that specialize in this coordination, specialize in this unity of effort, to provide a single direction to all these different components that make up the response community during a major disaster.
It couldn't just be FEMA. It had to be a group effort by FEMA, by the state, by the citizens, by the faith-based population, by private industry. It was truly a group effort.
You know, you do not have communities without your schools. And the priority was to get these schools up and running as fast as you could.
It was real crucial to outfit this whole apparatus with the assistance of not only our fire department and our parish, but with FEMA and the state, everybody working together to make this possible so that we can serve our community.
We're able to come up with solutions to unprecedented challenges. And you're seeing that around you today in the New Orleans with the new roads, the new schools, the new hospitals, the new stadium, a place that really has been reborn out of the turmoil of Katrina.
We as church can do a lot. The federal government can do a lot. Together, we have done a lot more.
The old saying that, alone you're brittle, but together you're strong. With that teamwork, there's so much that gets accomplished that wouldn't have if the teamwork wasn't there.
For us to effectively respond, we've got to work as a team. Post-Katrina, we came to understand that that team was much larger than just government. So we absolutely have to have the volunteer agencies. We have to have the faith-based community. We have to have the private sector. All of them are part of our team, and if we work together, we can more quickly, more efficiently respond to the needs of disaster survivors.
Okay, so Mark, give us an update on the most recent goings-on of.
Okay, so there's as we move forward towards the 10-year anniversary of Katrina, there's good news, and then there's some not
other good news. Other news.
Okay, I mean the good news is that the levee system around New Orleans is dramatically improved. Mm-hmm. We have 100-year protection that protects us from a 1% storm. Storm that has a 1% chance of occurring in any year. So we are protected better than we ever have been before.
That's one.
That's the good part. The bad part is that that's not enough protection for the city of New Orleans. We're a major urban center. And the reality is...
But that's what the Netherlands use for their cows, so isn't that good enough?
Well, no, actually, the Netherlands use 10,000 years for their cows, and
okay.
that's what the problem is that the potential loss for the city of New Orleans is somewhere between 70 and 140 billion dollars. That's Army Corps of Engineers saying it. The reality is that even for a 500-year flood event, a 500-year hurricane, if it were to directly hit the city, it would overtop everything. Mm-hmm. It would only have 5 feet of water in the city, but that's still 5 feet of water. But that's not what the real problem is. The real problem is that there's a bigger storm out there, and everybody knows it. Mm-hmm. And the engineering community is very much aware that as we move forward, we've got to deal with the potential of larger storms. They are not as often. They don't occur, in a generation or two generations. But if you're not ready for them, it will cost, and it will not just cost the New Orleans area, as Katrina showed or as Sandy showed. Major events like this affect the entire United States for quite a while, and so that's a problem. So how do we do that? Well, there are two different ways. One is the Coastal Restoration Program, and the BP oil spill will help that a bit in terms of money being thrown from the fines into that process, and probably from the natural resource damage assessment as well. But the federal government's going to have to wake up and say, well, we need to put some money into that as well. And then there's the question of what do you do about the levy system? There is a need to review how to build higher levies without without the potential effects that that could cause. In the New Orleans area, you're trying to grow the size of those facilities on top of land that sinks rather rapidly when you put weight on it.
Right.
So you got to figure out new ways of doing things. We'll see if it works.
All right. So positives, but lots of challenges still in front of us.
Significant challenges.
All right. Well, great. Well, thanks, Mark.
Sure.
अन्ना हजारे का आंदोलन चल रहा है, आपका क्या मानना है देश में जो करप्शन है, जो आंदोलन चल रहा है अन्ना हजारे का?
He's talking about Anna Hazare, the fast by Anna Hazare. He's asking that do you support or what do you think about the whole thing that is going around right now?
See, I think that everyone should do what they can against, or for, I should say, the fight against corruption. And everyone should do it in the way that they feel best. And the solution should be long-term. And it should be a benefit to, I think, every common person. It should help everyone. It should help the people the citizens of this country. And everyone should contribute in the way they feel best.
इमरान, आप?
भाई इस मूवमेंट को लेकर एक बात से मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई है और वो है कि द यूथ ऑफ द कंट्री हैव गॉटन इन्वॉल्व्ड। इंडिया इज अ वेरी यंग कंट्री, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा द पीपल इन आवर कंट्री आर अंडर द एज ऑफ 35। और सच बात तो ये है कि आज तक द यूथ हैव नॉट बीन दैट मोटिवेटेड, वो ज़्यादा मोटिवेट नहीं होते, ज़्यादा इन्वॉल्व नहीं होते हैं। और आज जब मैं देखता हूँ कि इतने सारे युवा लोग इन्वॉल्व हो रहे हैं, दे आर टेकिंग इंटरेस्ट, दे एक्चुअली केयर कि हाँ भाई करप्शन इज अ प्रॉब्लम, हैव टू डू समथिंग, मुझे बहुत खुशी होती है, मुझे बड़ा गर्व होता है। आई फील गुड एंड आई फील दैट दिस गिव्स मी अ लॉट ऑफ होप।
इमरान, जरूरत होगी अगर बॉलीवुड आंदोलन में शामिल होता है, आप भी शामिल होगे उनके साथ?
जरूर शामिल होना चाहूँगा। अफसोस की बात यह है कि इस वक्त मेरी कुछ जिम्मेदारियां हैं इस फिल्म को लेकर के।
Okay, last two questions, please. Last two questions for the press conference. All right, I get the chance once again. मेरे ब्रदर की दुल्हन अपने भाई की फियांसे के प्यार में पड़ना is a little weird thing. Maybe not for the youngsters these days. हम प्यार में कभी भी पड़ सकते हैं. But in real life कभी ऐसी कोई weird चीज हुई है?
भाई मेरे साथ तो हुआ नहीं है। मैं जानना चाहूँगा अगर यहाँ जो लोग हैं इनके साथ कभी ऐसा कुछ हुआ है?
आपके साथ कभी ऐसा हुआ है that आप अपने भाई की दुल्हन के प्यार में पड़े हो या अपने बेस्ट
आप बड़े हंस रहे हैं, आप इतना क्यों मुस्कुरा रहे हैं? ये कुछ ज्यादा मुस्कुरा रहा है। नहीं नहीं नहीं
तो क्या हम ये जान सकते हैं कि आखिर में फिल्म में क्या होता है?
आखिर फिल्म में होता है? जी हाँ, जरूर खुशी खुशी बताएंगे आपको, पूरी कहानी सुना देते हैं, फिर आप टिकट खरीद के देखने क्यों जाएंगे। मैं आपको इतना बता देता हूँ कि एक कॉमेडी फिल्म है, इसका एंडिंग हैप्पी ही है, सबके लिए हैप्पी एंडिंग है। ऐसा नहीं होता है जी, ऐसा नहीं होता है that somebody gets guilty, somebody is left or somebody gets a very sad ending.
No sentimental things.
No senti, no menti.
देखिए पिक्चर का नाम है मेरे ब्रदर की दुल्हन और ये भाभी बहुत फ्रैंक है, ठीक है। तो ये एक कॉमेडी फिल्म है, आप इसे खुले दिमाग के साथ, खुले दिल के साथ देखने आइए। आई थिंक जितनी कोशिश हमने करी है ये आपको एंटरटेन करेगी, ठीक है। और आपको कटरीना पसंद है? इमरान पसंद है? बस उसके बाद भाभी बहुत फ्रैंक है।
Alright, thank you so much Imran. Thanks Katrina. Thanks.
एक मिनट इतनी जल्दी नहीं जाएंगे।
Okay.
सबसे पहले आपको बताना चाहता हूँ और आप सबको भी कि हमारी फिल्म सितंबर की 9 तारीख को रिलीज हो रही है।
Okay.
अगर आप ये नहीं जानते थे, did you know this? You knew this?
And the world knows this.
Very good. भाई सितंबर की 9 तारीख को रिलीज हो रही है हमारी फिल्म। कब आ रही है? थैंक यू। अगर उस दिन आप कुछ ज्यादा काम नहीं कर रहे हैं, if you are free, हम चाहेंगे कि आप जाके फिल्म देखें। अगर आप फ्री नहीं हैं तो फ्री हो जाइए, अपने प्लान्स कैंसिल कीजिए, अपनी भाभी के साथ जाइए, फिल्म देखिए।
Right, Imran, Katrina, Ali, you are here at Reliance Digital. How's the store? I mean, it's like huge and nicely made up.
I think it's a great store. मुझे लगता है कि यहाँ से जरूर कुछ गिफ्ट मिलने चाहिए, ठीक है। मुझे लगता है जो कहाँ है वो साहब, मुझे बोला गया था जब मैं यहाँ आया था कि हम सबको 5-5 मोबाइल फोन देंगे, तो जरूर। और मुझे लगता है आपको भी एक एक चीज जरूर लेके जानी चाहिए, ठीक है।